Since my posing demos in class weren't exactly the most inspiring, I fully admit they were more to just showcase the tools. I thought it would be a good idea to take some time outside of class to do a pose in real time using the same exact techniques, but just more of it, right? So I opened up the file from class, but as you can see, we still have to address, I think, some of the rig here. So this will be, the first part of this video is going to be a recap of what we did, and then I'll jump into the actual posing parts here. So let me get this started again. We have the body either sculpted in. Now that I'm looking at this, I think that made the head way too small, but that's okay. I think we can address that later. So first, I have a very easy job in the sense that I only have one subtool right now. But again, when you're using Transpose Master, make sure that whatever you want to pose is uniquely named here. So I'm gonna, not that I need to do it right now, but I don't know, we'll make it more detailed. Just so this list doesn't get too confusing. So I'm going to rename that, and then first let's go ahead and select this and go to what am I doing? Transpose Master. I don't know why my cursor is so big now, but okay, sure. First we'll hit Store TM Rig, so I can store this ZBrush, this Zsphere rig here. I'm going to go back to this thing here, and we'll turn that off. Turn off my rig, so I just have this one thing. On the Transpose Master again, I'm going to hit Zsphere Rig, just so I know for sure. And this time I'm going to hit Layer, because I think I want to keep this original on the way it is, and then I can switch it off, on and off if I need to. And now that I'm all ready to go, let's hit T-Pose Mesh. It's going to do its thing. And this is the proper view here. You have your base mesh. It's all X-rayed out in a single Z-sphere. Now, under Z plugin Transpose Master, let's paste that TM rig onto the Z-sphere. Let it do its thing, and here we go. I guess I did alter this a little bit, so I must not have had that ready to go inside of class, right? So let's go ahead down into the rigging menu here. And I'm going to hit bind mesh, and I'm going to test this out first. So we'll rotate to scale. Well, I guess I could just scale up the head too. That's probably a little bit more accurate than what I have, but let's continue. I think so that's always going to be a bother, and I wish I knew why exactly, but that's just the way it's going to go for now. Alright, so a few areas I want to address. Let's uncheck that. Morph target. What? Okay, I think we're okay. I'm not sure what that error was, but that's okay. I think to make my life a little easier, I'm going to start shrinking these so I can see where I put things. Again, how easy would it be for me to shift this? I think that's gonna be hard. So again, I don't know why I drew the root joint here, but let's see what I can do with it. And I'm gonna make it smaller, kind of a little bit contrary to what we did in class, but I suppose now is the time for experimentation here. I'll move this here. Again, to get rid of that extra rotation that's happening, I'm going to add like a dummy joint pretty close to where that root joint is, and then we'll add another one if I need to move this area to spine. And then from there, I'm going to draw out. I'm going to undo all this just so I am perfectly safe. Turn on symmetry again and make sure that I'm not accidentally offsetting things. So let's move this here. Scale this down. possibly scale this one down too, and scale this down. These should be, the cylindrical form should be enough really for it to know where to bind. So I'm not too worried about that. I'm going to add this Zsphere back in. I'll add another Zsphere here. And then we'll move this around. I'll move this around. And then I'm going to draw. Just like before, since I don't anticipate moving the root joint a whole lot, if I just put this here, it'll maintain pretty well because that's not going to move, and then I can move these independently. I am then going to see here. I wonder if I could draw another Z-sphere from. Yeah, this is the problem with where I put that root. It's not very clear. This isn't ideal, but what's happening? Why am I think I'm having tablet issues. So let's move this forward and right there, just because that was kind of collapsing. I don't like the solution because I'm going to have to counter rotate this. I'm pretty sure I'm going to counter rotate this every time I move that joint, but again, instead of drawing the entire rig again, I'm just going to try and make do with what I have. If you do have time to redo things, you probably should, but for the sake of the demo, I think I'm just going to keep it the way we have it here, and then we'll do, I'm going to draw some more shapes out. So I'm doing this because I took the scale of my spheres down, and I'm worried that this gap is going to make it harder for me to control the deformations, which is why we're doing this. So basically I'm making like weird ribcage effect. It's actually pretty disturbing to look at, but oh well, it'll help. There. And I know I didn't really do much here last time, but I feel like, what if I did add something here? And then I can move this and hopefully stretch that flap around. Something like this. And I'm hoping this looks okay. Whoa, what's happening? Okay, so something's busted. I think that morph target thing that I got earlier on might have something to do with it. So let's kind of back out of this. And I guess this is quickly turning into a troubleshooting video as well. So let's store this rig so I don't lose it. I'm going to go back to, wait, just double check. Yep, I have that. I'm going to hit T-pose to sub T, do my subtools, and exit out of here. I'm kind of expecting, oh wait, so there was no error. I'm going maybe like that. Let's turn that on. If you're wondering why I did a space, I think sometimes I'm paranoid because of the way namespaces have worked in the past, where spaces are usually not a good thing to have. I don't think that's an issue right now, but I'm going to try that out anyway. And let's try this again. Let's go ahead and T-pose mesh. I'm going to paste TM rig. And if this doesn't work, I think I'm just going to redraw this system out completely. So let's go ahead and see what the rigging gives me. Okay. So I think I broke something at some point, somewhere. Not a huge deal. I can always redo this. But maybe just so I can see. Yeah, at least that works a lot better now. It's not twisting around. So curious, why did this happen? Okay, so I'm going to make a dummy. So this is the old rig. I'm going to append a Zsphere. And then I'm going to paste this. Oh crap. Undo. I can't undo. It's okay. That's a mess. But let's take a look at this. Oh wait, is that? I think that's what I did. I'm just gonna move this around and see what happens. Okay, so that's. Okay, so the reason why I did that was I just wanted to back up because I'm going to switch between a bunch of different rigs to see what happens here. Sorry for this video getting a lot more technical than I anticipated, but I think it's good for you to see me try to logically explain what I'm thinking of when I'm trying to fix a problem here. So let's go back out. Okay, well, it's on the layer, so I think I can just get rid of this layer. So let's delete this layer. I will delete this layer, and then let's start over from scratch. If I take this, and then here, this is the original. This is the very original that I needed to make some changes with. So I'll store this one, go back to my file, oops, here, and now I'm getting lost in all of my, there we go, up here. So if we t-pose this, and then if I paste that original, and then we go down to bind, this all works. So something broke while I made that other one, but if we step back, can I undo? Okay, so no, I cannot undo pasting a rig. Let's go back to t-pose empty. I'm going to delete that layer it made. I'm gonna go back, and now my file is super junky with all these extra tools, but let's try this one more time. That's not good. I think maybe I went overboard with how many times I did all that. Okay, so if I'm going to revert everything. I'm not too worried about that rig I lost here, but let's do this. So I'll store that one. Let's go back here, and I'm going to rename. Sure, I think this will be fine though. I only have one subtool to worry about, so let's transpose this. Okay, now if I paste this down, and then I rig this. Okay, so it's working, but at what point Does it break? So let's undo that. Okay, symmetry on. Add one here. And I guess I'll keep checking this as I go along. So that's working. That's working. That's collapsing. Can add these. I suppose I could just have one up there, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just keep two in case I need to offset something for some reason. Let's try this again. Let's rotate this. That works. Undo. Mesh. Okay. I think I just simplify this. Let's add that dummy joint, and then we'll see what happens. So now I think everything should okay, I think this is where it errors out, because now if I find, nope, I don't know why I have a more, let's double check, do I have a morph targets? I do not have a morph target, so why am I getting the error? Well, hopefully this works. Maybe it broke because I added a sphere here. It did not. Maybe I just put one from there. Yeah, maybe this works better, because then I can move this if I need to. And I think everything else should be okay, since I've already kind of adjusted this. So I'm not sure why that last rig broke, but looks like things are working okay now. Got the ears, and there you go. Alright, cool. Okay, I'm gonna save this as a new file. And now we can get into the actual posing parts. Wait, you know what? I'm gonna cut this video because it took me a while to get this set up, and I'll just make the second part of the posing next.